All right, all right. What's happening? Listen, today is such an exciting day. Um, I actually am airing my interview with Marcus Bridgewater. I conducted this interview at the African American Research Library, and it was just super cool. We had such an amazing conversation. We had a live audience. It was just super, super, super cool, and such a great way to kick off the podcast and things of that nature. Now, the other thing that's really excited about me for me is I'm kicking off this episode on the day of the first day of my retirement, which is June 30th. So I'm super excited about that. And the episode aligns with it, just so many exciting things around it. I spent 33 years working for Broward County Public Schools. Super excited about this retirement journey, super excited about all the great things that are coming my way, and just a real blessing and everything. But today at 1 o'clock, the episodes will actually be released at 1 o'clock. So I just kind of wanted to come on the live stream here to talk about a little bit about it, talk about the episode. I have one of Marcus's books here, and it's See Marcus Grow. It was a dynamic interview. The interview was like 45 minutes, believe it or not. And I broke it down into two segments. So episode 1 and episode 2. We talked a lot about living life, dynamics, the earth, the world. If you do some research on Marcus, you'll see that he's such a dynamic individual, great background. We cover lots of stuff here. So I'm super excited about it. And it's just such a blessing that I get to kick off. Like I kind of call it, I've done some work around the podcast, but this episode here is very meaningful, very fruitful, because we actually share a lot of similarities, if you will, for lack of better words. It was just super cool to just chat, have a conversation, have fun, dynamics. The audience was amazing. Can you say amazing? So that was super cool. It was filmed at the African American Library, Research Library. So, beautiful setting. We had the whole auditorium. I know it was a couple hundred people there. I believe I don't know the final numbers, but it was just great. And they were having this literary fair, and Marcus was actually getting prepared for Read for the Record, which was going to be later, but it was just super cool. I had that honor to sit down with him and interview him, and I had not dropped any of the content or anything. So it was just so awesome to be able to do it now. So I want to talk a little bit about the podcast as well. So I talk a little bit about what the podcast is really about. So the podcast is based on two non-negotiables. One being kind to yourself, and two being kind to others. And the goal here really is to get people to appreciate that kindness looks very different. It comes in different forms. It relates differently to different cultures and environments of how you were brought up and how you navigated through life. The podcast actually has 5 pillars too. It's based on 1, kindness, 2, positivity, 3, energy, 4, community, and 5 being joy. I feel like when I interviewed Marcus as well, we actually hit all of those things because it was just a part of the dynamics. People were really engaged. We felt good. I talked to him after the interview, and he said he felt really great. We definitely connected. We're in touch now, so that's a good thing. I spoke with him last week or the week before. He's doing some amazing things. Just such a great scholar, such a great individual. But this podcast, again, has a lot to do with kindness, a superpower, our ability to own what we do and be responsible for what we do, our actions, how we treat people, how we look at things, our relationships, our friendships, just all those dynamics come into place. I know when I think about this podcast, I also think about my life. I think about how I worked for an employer for 33 years, and I learned ways to even treat people better. You won't always have like what I kind of call it being perfect, where it will always be where things will go perfectly and people will just kind of like act the way they're supposed to and respond. But your responsibility is more important than their responsibility. It's not what they do to you, it's how you respond. And so I believe in our actions. And working for an employer that long, you see lots of different behaviors, good, bad, the ugly, the indifferent, and all of that. And I didn't see losses, I saw lessons. I grew so much, meeting lots of people, doing lots of things. I had lots of roles there. But I'm going to tell you, it helped me really tremendously, even navigate to how I will treat people even better and how people will be allowed to treat me, basically be in my personal space. So I think that's an important component. But I think as I navigate this journey and everything, and I do all the things that I have planned, I got several projects that I'm working on. I think one of the things that I will continue to know and be in control of is that I'm responsible for myself and my actions. I'm responsible for how I treat people. I'm responsible for what I allow in my personal space as well. So let me share this part right here. I share this story all the time on a couple of my other live platforms, and one of the stories was there's this thing that people say: treat people how you want to be treated. Well, I got a little different to that, and I want to tell you what I mean by that. I give this little story here. There was this lady who basically she was not feeling well and she would get these headaches and she wasn't feeling well, so she would take um, medicine to relax her headache, to feel better and all of that. But she was doing it and it would give her relief. And finally she was treating herself, and she would even recommend to people, hey, take this really works. Well, that's an example of treating people how you want to be treated. You're recommending things to them that you know works for you and you feel a certain way. But what if sometimes we don't know how to be treated and we start to tell people how we believe they should be treated and what they should allow? So she went to the doctor. And when she went to the doctor, she thought she was having, I'm sorry, I got lint in my head. She thought she was having these problems, right? These specific problems that were directly associated with a headache. The doctor said, well, no, you need more probiotics, and your body, it's your bowel that you're having the problem and it's causing a headache. So she was treating her symptoms. She wasn't treating the illness. And so while she was genuine in what she was doing by recommending other people take prescriptions and over the counter medications to resolve their pain, she wasn't taking in consideration that she had bad information about her body. So it caused her to be in a place where she didn't realize she was given bad information and she needed to do something better. So for us, we need to realize that sometimes treating people how we want to be treated may not necessarily be the method. So I come up with this solution: treat people how they should be treated. So the clinician shared with her is, I want you to start eating yogurt. I want you to start doing this. I'm going to give you the prescription. I'm going to get you regulated and your headaches will go away. I know life works like that. Life works in a place where once we get information, we got to do something with it. Do something with the information, do something differently. And I think that is a part of what I've learned as a life coach, as a leader, as a friend, relationships, different things like that. I've learned that we have to treat people how they should be treated, not necessarily how we want to be treated, but how they should be treated. So those are some of those life experiences and things like that. And you're going to see in the interview with Marcus that we had a lot of common interests. We had a lot of common things that we share, that we enjoy. A lot of things that we just really had in common was really super intriguing that it was that way or whatever. So I know for a fact that life is really what we make it and how we move it forward and everything. I am lined up. Wait, the camera is okay. No, it's on this side. No, it's on this side. This beard. Anyway, it's shining though, shining bright like a diamond. By the way, if you see all my clocks, I collect clocks. Now, the times don't matter. Okay. A broken clock is right 2 times a day, no matter what. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. I don't have time to change these batteries all the time. Some of them may be right, some may not be. It doesn't matter. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. So I find myself using clocks all around my home. They're clocks. I have lots of clocks. Time matters. I have this other example I give that if you had $86,400 in the bank and some kind of way somebody stole $10 away from you, would you throw away the remainder of the money? Now you got $86,390 in the bank. And now because somebody stole $10, you throw away the rest of the money. Now, most people are going to say, no, they wouldn't do that. But what if I told you time is time? People use time and money as time is money and money is time and all of that. Money is money and time is time. I know why we use it, because if you're supposed to be getting a hair appointment and you're late for it, that messes with the cosmetologist clientele and things of that nature. If you're late for a doctor's appointment or whatever it is. But what if I told you money you can get back, and I reminded you time you can't get back? So every day is made up of 86,400 seconds. So the analogy to the bank is this: sometimes in just 10 seconds, something happens and we throw away the entire day. Someone pulls out in front of us. We go to get our favorite beverage, cappuccino, frappuccino, whatever it is. And we go and we find ourselves in a situation where we're like, wow, I just threw away my entire day because somebody pulled out in front of me. Somebody upset me. What if I just told you that you have, when 10 seconds are taken away from you, you still have 86,390 seconds left? You really do. So I suggest that we conquer by not looking at time as money, but looking at time as time and looking at money as money. That's just how I feel about it. And I know that's something that we can do. We can do together as a world, as a community and everything. While I'm on this live, I'm actually I'm posting, I'm multitasking. So I'm dropping the first episode, if you will, on YouTube so that it'll be ready to go. I'm live here, but I'm also dropping the first episode. So we'll be all good and everything will be all dandy. So when I hop off here, we're all good. We have everything we need and everything. So I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited about my retirement. It feels so good. This in these interviews, the things that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to work. I'm just letting you know, I'm going to work. So I'm working on, today is the first day of retirement, but I'm looking for gainful employment. How about that? I know my fit will come where I'm supposed to be. I'm super excited about it. But I want to reiterate, this interview is great interview. I got a lot from it. Marcus got a lot from it. I feel good about the interview, and I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback from the interview, what you liked about it, and share, DM me, send me some information, or just share some things. So I'm really excited about it. So I'm dropping over there now the first episode. So it'll probably, I'm not gonna time it. It's gonna be ready. It'll be ready before 1. I'm just gonna um, get it up here, loaded, and all that good stuff like that. Hi, I'm Learnedman, the host of the Kynd Podcast. Listen, where Kynd is spelled Kynd. I'm excited. Y stands for you. 2 quick non-negotiables on the Kynd Podcast. 1, be kind to yourself, and 2, be kind to others. Today I'm airing my interview with. Oh my God, I'm so cool. I'm so excited. Okay, interview with, I'm going to tag, so I tagged him as my interview, and this is part 1. Part 1 of 2. Listen, those that end up watching this or whatever, make sure you also subscribe. I'm super excited about that. African American Research Library and Cultural Center. Left that Cultural Center out and everything. Hold on. Episode 1 of 2 interview. Uh-oh. All right. And I could put a timer on this, but I'm not. I am going to go ahead and get this uploaded. And super excited. I'm sitting here uploading this. Let's see. Also, I have reached 100 subscribers today. Today. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yes, it's made for kids. It's made for everybody. Super excited. That's gonna be uploaded. 100 episodes, retirement, all that good stuff. So this should be cool. Let's see, what time is it now? Doing good. I'm gonna hang out a little bit more to like 12:55. Then that way, episode is uploading and all that good stuff, and then this gets loaded up and everything. Super excited. Well, I want to close out with this. Just kind of talk a little bit about the Kynd Podcast. I'm going to be looking for guests on the Kynd Podcast. Your local person, your celebrity, your doctor, the food industry, people just do things caring about our environment, animal lovers, food critics, just local people. I talked to a good friend of mine. He's agreed to come on the podcast. He's a survivor. He's absolutely a survivor. He survived something very, very difficult, and he made it. And so I'm glad he made it through that, and that's important. You know, a lot of times when life gives us whatever it may be, whether it be a lemon, a lime, or orange, or whatever it is, our bounce back is very important in how we respond. Because again, it's not just what happens to us; it's how we respond. So, lots there and everything. So, let me see. what else do I know that I got so many great things I'm celebrating in my heart too. 33 years. I hit 100 subscribers today. I reached over 50,000 followers on IG. You can follow me there too. Smiles are contagious _ I was able to trademark Learnedman, #Learnedman, as well as Smiles Are Contagious. So just grateful for God's grace and how he places us all into places and spots and places we need to be at the time we need to be there and all that good stuff like that. That's an important component. Actually, I'm just looked. I'm over 100 subscribers now. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Suki or yes, Lord, for the rest of my day. Yeah, so I just got excited again. I ain't got 3 more minutes here, and I'm gonna finalize that other post so I can get that there also. And so let's see, photo here, save here. Let's see. All right, so now here, you see what we do as content creators and podcasters, and we're doing it all. We're doing all types of stuff. We're doing all types of stuff. Let's see here. Let me bring this over here. Let's bring this back. Hi, I'm Learnedman, the host of the. And then we're going to, let's see here. All right, we are going to delete that. And then we're going to go over here and try to find the other video. The other video, June 19th was that day. All right, listen, I'm feeling good. I wanted to jump on here. I'm going to finish this. And if you're not already subscribed to the Kynd Podcast, please do so. I'm Learnedman. I'm the host of the Kynd Podcast, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for tuning in and watching.